In the last video, we discussed how when you export a CSV from the Amina database, the columns or fields that appear initially in the CSV document are in a random order which does not really resemble the order of the fields as they appear in the database. Sometimes you may want to rearrange these so they appear in an order more closely to what appears in the database to make the document easier to read and to use. So we have developed some tools to help you rearrange the columns in the document automatically. In the last video, I showed you how to do this using Microsoft Excel. And in this video, I'm going to show you an alternative method using Google Sheets. The first thing to do is to open your CSV export file in any spreadsheet application you like, such as Microsoft Excel or OpenOffice Calc, or even in Google Sheets itself in a new document, and have a look at your data. The second thing to do is then to open the Google Sheets column reorganizer in an internet browser. I already have it open here, and you can find the link in the documentation for tutorial 19. When you open the document, there should be one tab called Original, and there may be some data already in the spreadsheet, but you can just ignore this. The first thing you should do is click on File and make a copy. And what you want to do is make a copy of this document and save it to your own Google Drive. You can rename it, but I'm just going to leave the name as Copy of Amina Export Column Reorganizer and save it in my drive. Click OK, and a new version of the document will open in a new tab. You can close the original and just wait for this one to load. The idea is the next time that you want to use this document, if you ever want to use it again, you can just go immediately to use your own copied version of the document instead of the one that requires the link that everyone can use. In your new version of the document, if there are any additional tabs, you should delete them first. Here we're already fine. We just have the one original tab, but if there are any others, I should delete them. The next step is you should go back to your original CSV export document, we have it here, and select and copy the data that you want to rearrange. The easiest way to do this is to click on the A1 cell and then scroll over to the end, scroll down to the bottom, click Shift on your keyboard and hold the Shift button, and then click on the last cell so that all the cells that you want to copy are highlighted. Then click Control or Command C to copy the data, and go back once again to your Google Sheets Reorganizer document. Click on the A1 tab and paste the data here by either going right-click Paste or pressing Control V. Now we can see I've copied the data into my spreadsheet. The next step is to click on Tools, go down to Macros, and you want to choose the macro Move Columns. You will see a notice saying it is running the script. However, the first time that you do this, it will ask for your permission to authorize the macro. When this pop-up saying authorization required appears, you should click Continue. Then in the next window, choose an account. So you want to choose your own Google account. then you will see this warning that tells you that the recorded macro wants to access your Google account. All this means is that the recorded macro that runs the script to rearrange the columns will be able to view and access this document. So click Allow, and this has authorized the macro. Then you will need to go to Tools, Macros, and Move Columns macro again to run the macro. A new tab will appear and open called Reorganized, which will contain the same data but with all the columns rearranged. You can then work with this data in Google Sheets or export it to another program such as Microsoft Excel or OpenOffice Calc.